I'm back in the van. Um, I started texting with Jen, or she started texting with me, whatever, and it started out. I could tell with when I said thinking about being a mom for 50 years, she wasn't interested. And prior to that, we were just talking about the weather. Anyway, but that started her trying to say that I alienated her from everybody, and it's like, yeah, I might have alienated her from my mom, but that's because that was because of what had happened to me. So no, I mean, I'm sorry, but I was in therapy doing what the therapist said. And just like the therapist may have made a mistake then, they can make a mistake now too. Whatever. It ended up bad. I already wasn't feeling good. I'm hot and I'm miserable. It's 94 in here, and it's only like noon, so it's going to get way hotter. Um. Anyway, it ended up with her wanting me to take responsibility for alienating her, and it's like the last thing I ever did was alienate her from Bill. I supported her decisions in not going over there, but if she wanted to go, that was fine. I mean, it's just, and it's more, but um, I could tell because we talked about Adam and Chris, I could tell she was in a mood. I mean, I could tell she was in a mood the very first time I texted her, and she responded to my text. But it got ugly, and I told her, I'm not going to do this with you. She's admitted she manipulates me. I mean, to my face, standing there that day, I'll never forget it because it was one of the probably top 5 things that really stick out in my life. The top one is Crystal saying she prayed not to be around me. That's the worst thing anybody, even though I don't believe in God and all that, but that's the worst. At the time I did. That was the worst thing anybody could say. She wasn't praying for anything productive except for not being around me, and that was productive to her. And to me, classic Christianity. If she wanted out of my life, that's fine, but to say you pray for it was. And then when Jen was in her room that day, when I spent all the fucking money to go back there and was there back there less than I think 2 days, she wouldn't even drive me to the airport. So yeah, she can just take a flying fuck, as Don would say to me all the time when I was pregnant. Bill could take a flying fuck at a donut, whatever. Um. Anyway, I didn't respond. I put that. This was typical. She manipulates. I did not alienate her. I alienated her from me and probably from my mom too. But that was on the advice of a therapist. So I am, and based on what had happened to me, if Jen's telling the truth, then I want to believe her. But that's the problem, is I can't believe much of what Jen says, and that really bothers me. But anyway, when I wrote my little piece and then she sent me a long diatribe back and I read it, and it's like, oh my God, this is just, I mean, this is classic what I just said you do. And then she sent me another one that ended a lot nicer, but accusing me, of course, not her, but accusing me of turning this ugly. And it's like, I just didn't respond. I typed out with the second one when she was accusing me of turning this ugly and that she loves me and have a good day. I typed out, this is a perfect example. I typed out perfect example, but it's like, no, I'm not going to engage with bullshit. And that's hard for me. Obviously, that's why I miss my sister. I'm used to being around her, but I'm not going to play those games. I'm not playing them with Jen. I'm not playing them with anyone. And what she did in her text is just, once again, show me that I can't trust her. And it hurts because she's like the person in my head, I want to trust most in the world. But I can't, because anything I say, she manipulates back to me. And she always comes out on top. And I'm just not going to play the game. Still feels like shit for her to dump on me. But I'm not going to fight with her. And anything I say is going to be a fight. So, because, I mean, reading the text, I would love to. And this time, I mean, back when I was at Lori's, I couldn't go to therapy. She wouldn't go to therapy with me. No therapist. All of her therapists, not just one, but all of her therapists had said I would never do therapy with her. This time she's trying to use money. But this time, she says she's tried so many times to get me to go to therapy. That's why I put this is a perfect example. She specifically last time said I couldn't be in the same room as her. And this time it's like, no, I've been wanting you to go for a long time, but you can't afford it. You know, so it's just that kind of manipulation. It's like, and it's all in writing, so I can go back and look at any of it. So anyway, that's where we are today. I just wanted to get dark, and I know the next 2 days are going to be really bad because they're going to be 99 and the van's already gotten hot enough it can't cool down anymore. And there's no shade. And because of my money situation, I just have to stay here for right now. Unless they kick me out, and then I'll go somewhere, but you know, it's... I'm gonna decide tonight or tomorrow. The sewing machine was on. I want to sew my magnets, at least get that done, although I'm not sure if it's gonna work with what I've tried so far. I think it works in the window coverings because it's really thick material and they can't connect to each other. So I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Anyways, I'm gonna try it though. If nothing else, I'm damn well gonna work my sewing machine. So that's today. It's Tuesday, and I don't know why I feel more relaxed on the weekend. There's more traffic on the weekend. It's only a week. Tomorrow will be a week. I've got 3 more weeks to go. And I don't even know how much money I have, but I'm gonna guess it's just under $50. I don't know. The last time I looked, it was 200. And I bought groceries once. So anyway, it is what it is. I just keep hoping that check, and you know, this week it'll be 3 weeks and I'm going to start rattling cages because there's no excuse for me not to have them. And if I had tires, the anxiety that I feel driving these roads wouldn't be. And then if I had insurance, I'd feel safe driving. But I think I'm going to end up having to go to Florida and all. It's just, today's not a good day. It started out bad because how I felt it, and it's just gone downhill from then. Which reminds me I need to take my medicine because I haven't today. More later.